Tupac is one of the most famous and influential rappers of all time. He only dropped 4 albums while he was alive, but he still managed to change the rap game forever. According to the official story, he was shot and killed back in 1996, but the case was never solved, and some fans think he faked his death to escape the bloody war between the East Coast and West Coast rap scenes. Today, we're breaking down all the evidence and diving straight into the question, is Tupac still alive? Before we break down why Tupac might still be alive, let's take a look at the original story. According to official reports, on September 7, 1996, Tupac was in Vegas with the head of Death Row Records, Suge Knight. They went to the MGM Grand to watch a Mike Tyson fight, and after it was over, they spotted an op in the lobby. Tupac and Suge had another dude with them named Trey. Trey saw a dude from the Southside Crips named Baby Lane in the lobby and told Pac about it. Pac walked up to the dude and asked him if he was from the South and then punched him in the face. Pac's crew helped him stomp the dude out. Then they left after hotel security stepped in. Pac and Suge went back to the Luxor Hotel to change, then left in Suge's BMW to go to the club he owned. Around 11 p.m., they got pulled over for bumping their music too loud and driving without license plates. The plates were in the trunk, so Suge put them on and they got back on the road. A few minutes later, a Cadillac pulled up on Pac's side of the whip and a shooter in the back seat started letting off shots. Pac got hit in the arm, thigh, and twice in the chest, and Suge's head caught some fragments. Suge drove off and made it a mile away before he got pulled over again. The cops called for an ambulance as soon as they saw Pac and Suge, and both of them were rushed to a local hospital. Pac kept on trying to get out of bed, so the doctors put him into a coma to stop him from hurting himself. Dudes from Pac's crew, Outlaws, showed up to the hospital to guard him in case the ops came back to finish the job, and Suge got released the next morning. Pac stayed in the critical care unit for a week, and then on Friday, September 13th, he allegedly died from a heart attack after his right lung was taken out. The case was never solved, and a lot of people think the cops just didn't care enough to figure out who was behind the hit. Fans immediately connected Notorious B.I.G. to Pac's murder. Back in 1994, Pac was robbed and shot at a studio, and rumors were flying that Biggie was behind it. Pac had gone to the studio in Manhattan to record a guest verse, but 3 dudes ambushed him in the lobby, and he ended up getting shot 5 times and his jewelry snatched too. Biggie and his crew were in the same studio when it all went down, but Biggie said it just happened to be a coincidence that he was in the studio. He couldn't really say who really had something to do with it at the time, so he just kind of leaned the blame on me. But according to the rumors, the story doesn't end there. Ever since Pac was declared dead back in '96, theories about him being alive have been popping up all the time, and Suge Knight has said in interviews that Pac was actually doing great the last time he saw him. He said, when I left that hospital, me and Pac was laughing and joking. I don't see how someone can go from doing well to doing bad. Then in 2018, Suge's son hopped on Instagram and claimed that Pac was still alive and living in Malaysia. After his first post about it, Suge Jr. posted a screenshot of a text exchange where someone allegedly told him, "You said too much, time for you to go." Then he posted a bunch of pictures of Pac with celebrities like 50 Cent and Beyonce. Suge Jr. made it sound like somebody was after him for leaking the info. On the pic of Beyonce and Pac, he captioned it with, "He never left us. They'll be after me soon," shaking my head. Some fans thought it was just a publicity stunt for clout, but others say that it makes sense and that Suge Knight's son would know more than anyone about what really went down. Back in 2014, Suge told TMZ,
"Tupac not
ain't
dead.
as smart as you should be.
Tupac not dead. If he was dead, they'd be arresting those dudes for murder. You know he's somewhere smoking a Cuban cigar."
6 months after the video dropped, Suge almost died when a gunman caught him at a nightclub and shot him 6 times. Knight wouldn't tell the police anything, but a lot of people think it was connected to him talking to TMZ about Pac. Suge isn't Pac's only homie who thinks he's still alive. In 2010, a rapper named Treach was interviewed before a show. Treach and Pac were tight back in the day and worked on the track 5 Deadly Venoms together. After Treach's interview was over, a cameraman put the camera on the floor, but it was still recording. You can hear the host ask Treach about Pac's death, and Treach says, "Last time I saw him, he was in Cuba, man."
Pac's still alive. Last time I saw him, he was in Cuba.
Pac being in Cuba is probably the most popular theory. His aunt, Assata Shakur, has been living there since 1984 when she got convicted for murder in the US and had to escape. In 2018, a website called Reporters posted a photo with Pac allegedly partying with Rihanna in Cuba. Some people say the picture is fake, but a lot of fans believe it's real. The Cuba theory is so popular that Kendrick Lamar even referenced it on his Damn album. On the track Element, he says, Mr. 1 through 5, that's the only logic. Fake my death, go to Cuba, that's the only option. Eminem rapped about it too on the D12 track Freestyle, where he said, a lot of talk and rumors, honest. Who's the hottest? To be honest, hip-hop ain't been the same since Tupac moved to Cuba on us. In the 2000s, a site called Hollaback Exclusive posted a video that allegedly shows Tupac chilling in a parking lot in Cuba. The video starts with a dude saying,
the rumors is true. Tupac is living, yo. I just seen him in the studio, man. He just dissed.
Then, the camera pans over to show a group of dudes hanging out in the parking lot. The cameraman zooms in on the dude who's allegedly Pac, but the video is too blurry to really tell what's going on. Another video from Cuba surfaced later that was allegedly shot in 2004. In the clip, Suge Knight is chopping it up with a dude who looks a lot like Pac, but you only see him from the back and the side. Suge Knight also says the situation with Pac's body was sketchy. Back in 2012, he went on a radio show and said, maybe the question is, Pac's not really dead, Pac's somewhere else. According to him, nobody ever saw Pac's body. He said, nobody seen Tupac dead. The person who supposedly cremated Tupac, the guy got about $3 million personally from me. And next thing I know, I never heard from the guy or seen him again. He retired and left. The wildest theories about Pac is that he planned everything that went down and left clues for his fans to find. Before he died, Pac had been going by the name Machiavelli, which was a tribute to an Italian philosopher named Niccolò Machiavelli that Pac was a fan of. He even shouted Machiavelli out on the track Trading War Stories, where he said, criminal ties for centuries, a legend in my own rhymes. So was whispered when they mentioned Machiavelli was my tutor, Donald Goines my father figure. 2 months after Pac allegedly died, his album, The Don Illuminati, The 7-Day Theory, dropped under the name Machiavelli. The album cover shows Tupac nailed to the cross, and instead of Suge being listed as the executive producer, it was credited to Simon. In Christianity, Simon is the first apostle to see Jesus rise from the grave, and in the video for the album's lead single, Hail Mary, Pac comes back from the dead to kill his enemies. Fans think Pac left clues behind in his lyrics too. On the track, I Ain't Hard to Find, Pac said, I heard rumors I died, murdered in cold blood, dramatized. Pictures of me in my final state, you know mama cried. But that was fiction. Some coward got the story twisted. And on the outro for the album Better Days, he keeps repeating the line, expect me like you expect Jesus to come back. I'm coming. Tupac still being alive is one of the most popular conspiracy theories in the world. Everything about the night he allegedly died is sketchy, and a lot of people who knew him think he made it out of Vegas alive.